Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So we're going to start the service by standing up and joyfully singing, "We Come Today." Is there anybody in here celebrating with us for the first time who would like a packet? Is this okay? No? Okay. See, that's Becky's mom back there. Hi, Becky's mom. Glad to have you this morning. Okay. If you'd like to, please just turn off your cell phone and put it on vibrate so it doesn't disturb the service. That would be great. Especially those of you who have ringtones that are lots of rock and roll music, which is actually what happened to me the first time I came here. I had some like really, rock and rolly music for ringtone for somebody. I was sitting back there with Jean Burdette. She was right next to me. The phone goes off and it's like on loud, the loudest speed. It was like, what? It was so embarrassing. Of course, it's never too late. We can do that again. Okay, so today our enlightenment reader is Pam Woods, and Cliff Beach is back with us today for special music. Thank you very much. And I think that's Pam. Good job.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Y'all. I want to give you first of all a little poetic piece from, this is from Wendell Berry, and it was a little poem called "The Peace of the Wild Things." When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests, in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come to the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come to the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day, blind stars, waiting with their light for a time. I rest in the grace of the world, and I am free. And I want to follow that with a couple of more useful for the day quotes from Morgan Freeman. Those of you who went to the movie, Morgan Freeman was our narrator. And so I was looking up some of the things that he has said. And he says, so we ended that with kind of lying down, kind of a peaceful meditation like we all do. I always tell my kids, if you lay down, people will step over you. But if you keep scrambling, if you keep going, someone will always, always help you. They will always give you a hand, but you've got to keep moving. Where is it? also said, "Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. As long as you feel like a victim, you are one. One of the things you can always depend on, this is one of the truths of the universe, and you heard it here first, whatever we decide to do is what we do."
We can always depend on Pam to bring us something interesting and from all over the place. And that's from your writings, right? In your book?
Well, I say quotes in there, but yeah,
Upside down?
sometimes,
I like it. That's part of your journaling class, right?
yeah.
Freak yourself out and write it upside down sometimes. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we have an opening hymn. And it is page 63 in your hymnal, God is Love, and it's verses 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 63.
If you will, to get our minds settled and focused after the beautiful songs we've already been singing, please join me in our kind of like call to worship. Now, please, I want to remind you that I'm having a scratchy throat, so I'd like it if my songbirds would sing loudly. Thank you for that. Yeah, I love that.
That was my cue.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick always says, you never start the same key. And I'm like, I know, I don't.
Well, I know the key now, just don't understand.
Okay. That doesn't sound like my keys, I don't know.
Why don't you just start?
Okay. See, I told you I never start the same
Start
one.
somewhere.
Okay, I'll start and you just text them.
What's the name of it?
Oh, draw me more.
You're gonna have to start.
All right, my songbirds, let's sing together. Oh, draw me, Lord. Oh, draw me, Lord. Oh, draw me, Lord. And I'll run after you. Oh, draw me, Lord. Oh, draw Oh, draw me, Lord. Oh, draw me, Lord, and I'll run after you. So wonderful. Thank you so much. I am holding in my hand my sermon. I wrote it on the back of a Louisville Medical Center appointment slip for October the 29th. So I don't want to lose that. I'm going to stick it right here.
You're not going to be late though, because it's over.
Yeah, it was October the 29th, so. So there you go. The little scripture nuggets that I want to bring to you this morning are from all over the place. First one is from James 3:17. Listen carefully. The wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. It's a good definition of our wisdom from above. And then in Proverbs 4:7 it says, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get some wisdom. Like while you're out there getting everything else, getting that new TV, that's where I'm headed. I still have the old one, old dumb TV, I want a smart one. Or while you're getting that new car, or while you're getting those new clothes, or while you're getting those new friends, get some wisdom. Get some wisdom. Here's what I learned, and I'll probably say this again in a few minutes. You don't get wisdom from words. Wisdom is going to come from life experiences. Get some wisdom. And you'll know if it's true. You'll know if it's real wisdom or not because of these things that we found in James. It'll be something pure. It'll be something peaceable and gentle and easy to be entreated. It'll be full of mercy and good fruits. And without partiality and without hypocrisy. That will be your wisdom. You know, have you ever had a thought come to you and your first response to that thought was, where did that come from? Right? Where did that come from? Now you know you can have discernment. You know that that's part of who we are. We have wisdom from our one source. Thank you for playing fill in the blank with me. I like that. Nobody else said anything. They just looked at me. Yeah, we get wisdom from the one source, right? From our Christ within. We can have the mind of Christ, and with that comes a Christ-like wisdom. So while you're out there getting, make sure you get some wisdom. Don't just live your life without it. Remember, life is not something done to you. Life is something that we experience with joy in all times and all ways. Wisdom is the principal thing, so therefore get some. Let's say our divine science statement of being together. And though I've said it 1,000 times and I've said it without looking, I'm going to look just in case I make a mistake. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one powers all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am the individualized expression of God and am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance.
My turn.
Your
Yes,
turn.
it is.
All right. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful.
that still the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man that calmed the sea. Just take a look at yourself, then you can look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Every time I look into the holy book, I wanna tremble, tremble when I read about the part where the carpenter cleared the temple. You know the buyers and the sellers weren't much different fellas than what I profess to be. And it causes me pain to know we're not the people we should be. Just put your hand in the hand of the man that stilled the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man that calmed the sea. Put yourself in that place, and you can look at others differently. Just put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. My mama taught me how to pray before I reached the age of 7. You know when I'm down on my knees, that's when I'm close to heaven. Daddy lived his life to kids and a wife, and you do what you must do. But he showed me enough love to get me through. Put your hand in the hand of the man that stilled the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man that calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself, and you can look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Thank you.
Thank you, Cliff. I knew every one of those songs from my childhood. That was beautiful. Thank you. Do we have any prayer requests in the box today?
No.
Before we get into a moment of meditation, let's say a prayer for those that we didn't get a chance to write down, or for those who didn't get a chance to write it down for themselves. So if you just hold those people in your mind right now for a moment. Let us thank God together that we know the truth, that we are whole in every aspect of our lives. And when I say we, I mean all of us, for we are one. We thank you, God, for the wholeness of heart, for the wholeness of emotional health, for the wholeness of mental health, for the wholeness of the body temple. We thank you, God, that in you we are always clear and pure and on holy ground. We thank you for ourselves and others. And we look forward to the day when we all know, each of us, that our help is always there, that our help is always there, that our purity and perfection is always there. Thank you. Thank you, dear God. Now let's take in a deep breath together and let it out together. For now, we're going to let go of everything that we perceive separates us. We're going to feel our oneness together and with all. Let me guide you through a few thoughts that I hope you will repeat after me to yourself and really mean it. That in these few sacred, holy moments, that our thoughts will also be one. I am that spirit which is immortal. Say deep within yourself, I am that health that is changeless. Affirm within yourself that I am that wisdom which is perfect. Give yourself this affirmation after me. I am that life which I know is eternal. I am that love which is conscious unity. Accept deep within yourself that this is the truth of my divinity. And that knowing this truth and being reminded of this truth and living this truth is what makes me free. I am that nature which is harmony. I am that supply, which which is ever abundant. I create, I co-create, and I am that holy activity which I know is equal to every demand that comes up in my life. Let us this very moment, as one, declare our true nature as that of the Christ within. And while you're in deep thought and contemplating, just try this. Put a smile on your face. It will indicate to your body that all is well. A feeling of peace will come over you. Let's take a deep breath in together one more time. Let go of all untrue beliefs. And enjoy a mere minute and a half of silence, of quietening of spirit, and feel only that which you choose. I encourage you to feel or choose peace, heartwarming love, harmony, content. Feel this. My friends, enjoy this. Come unto me, all of you who feel heavy burdened, who may be even carrying burdens you weren't meant to carry. Come in to me, says the Christ within, and I will give you rest. I'll give you rest from all your beliefs that have gone astray. I'll give you rest from being separate or feeling separate from the truth. I'll give you rest from all those burdens that you think you should carry. I'll give you rest from unfruitful worry about what might come. or what you've already experienced. I'll give you rest. And in that moment of rest and peace, you will begin to know a life so precious, one that you have never experienced before. Pray with me the Lord's Prayer in the present tense and with open heart. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed is thy name. Thy kingdom is come, thy will is done on earth as it is in heaven. Thou givest us this day our daily bread, and thou forgivest our trespasses as we are forgiving those who trespass against us. You lead us not into temptation, but you deliver us from all thoughts of evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I feel so honored and privileged to be up here in front of you this morning today. I had a doctor's appointment on October the 29th with Dr. Harris. In case you didn't know, allow me to share with you that I had an experience a couple weeks ago. I experienced what I thought was a horrific migraine. It turned out to be more than that. And I found myself sitting around on my couch, not really being able to see very well, couldn't really watch TV or read very well at the time. I ask you, what kind of day off is that, right? You can't watch TV or read or drive anywhere. And I scribbled on the back of this little paper, why is this happening to me? And then I drew a line through it. And my Christ mind took over. And underneath it I wrote, what is this teaching me? That was profound to me. What is this teaching me? I remembered something that I had. By the way, I do have a couple other papers. I couldn't stop there. And I will tell you that all of you have ministered to me in so many ways, and I'll call some of you out on that today. And if I don't call you out, don't think you haven't ministered to me. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. But I came to a journaling class, and Pam was talking about how you can wake up in the morning and you can just write. Before you do anything else, just write and just let it flow. So my confession to you is that I had a sermon prepared based on a book that I had been reading before this happened. It's a pretty significant book, and I'll probably still share it with you someday. It's called Buried Feelings Alive, Never Die. So I thought that would be very interesting to share with you because I learned from it. I really did. But instead this morning, as I got up to reach for what I had jotted down, I said, no, I'm going to write first. And voila, here you have it. So I hope that I'll be an instrument of peace to you and wisdom. I'm looking for that part I wanted to share with you. Oh, here it is. No, just everyone is my teacher. Some of you I seek. Some I just subconsciously attract. Often I learn simply by observing you. Some of you may be completely unaware that I'm even learning from you at all. Yet, I bow deeply in gratitude to all of my teachers. I decided a long time ago that I wanted to be someone who looked at every decision in my life or every experience in my life as a learning moment. I read about this a little more in a book by Neil Donald Walsh. So I went furiously looking through that book to find the exact quote, and here it is. Every decision you make, every decision, it's not a decision about what to do. It's always a decision about who you are. When you understand this, everything changes. You begin to see life in a brand new way. All events, every occurrence, and every situation turns into an opportunity to do what you came here to do. So by my thinking on this little teeny piece of paper, what is this teaching me? I decided this again is a time where I can decide how to respond to what has happened. See, that first question is very telling when I said, why is this happening to me? You may have had something happen to you and the same questions were coming up. I live a good life. I love my friends. I love my family. For goodness sakes, I even love people I don't know. So why is something like this happening to me? What's going to happen to me now? Am I going to lose my eyesight? Am I going to be dependent completely on other people? Whoa, that was a whole new thing I didn't even want to think about. And then I decided really quickly to stand on what I know, to stand on the truth, that I am whole and happening. That it's not about what has happened to me, it is about how I perceive what is happening to me. Listen to this little story. I want to find it because I want to tell it right. All right. Let's say that you are holding a cup of coffee. It's hot, just like you like it. And just as you're about to take a sip, someone comes up behind you, boom, right into you, and the coffee spills everywhere. The question I want to ask you is, why did you spill the coffee? Well, the answer is simple, because coffee was in the cup, right? Otherwise, you would have spilled the tea. Or you would have spilled the cocoa, but you didn't. You spilled the coffee. That's what was in the cup. So here's the point of the story. Whatever is in the cup is what spills out. So when life comes along and hits you hard or shakes you up, and it will, whatever is inside you is what will spill out. So I started asking myself, and I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, what is in my cup? Right now, what is in my cup? Is it joy? Gratefulness? Is it peace and harmony? If life gives you a shakeup, is that what is going to spill out of you? Or is it going to be anger? If life gives you a shakeup, are you going to spill bitterness? Harsh words? Are you going to spill unthought, unthinking reactions? This shakeup of mine gave me an opportunity to examine what's in my cup. And I know that some things spilled out. This is where I'm going to call out Anne, who was sitting there at the hospital when I was asked to go down for an MRI for the second time. The first time, fear spilled out. Nope, can't do it. I even tried. It was one of those closed MRIs. It was horribly frightening to me. I felt like I was being buried alive, especially if they put like one of those iron mask things over my face. Oh, they said, we can cover your eyes. I'm like, no, I don't want to feel buried alive. Just stop, take me out. Talk about having a stroke. I was like, number 2 is going to come if you don't get me out of this contraption. So they bring me back to my room. Check my blood pressure. Of course, it was extremely high. I said, there's no use checking it. I can already tell you it's high. I'm terrified here. I'm having this fear response. I'm scared. I'm feeling nervous just talking about it. I can feel my heartbeat increasing. So they said to us, we have the magic. I said, yes, I believe in magic. I believe in medical miracles. Tell me what it is. They said, it's called Ativan. I said, great, give me some. I'll have Ativan, thank you. Right in the vein, right? Right there where you have that IV. Let's put it in there. Oh no, we can't give it to you until it's time for you to go down. And they've bumped you to the bottom of the list now. So it was in the evening. And I'm worrying about being worried about having an MRI. Especially since they said, oh, it'll only take about 30 minutes. And then we pull you out and put a dye in, and then we do the MRA. That'll take another 25 minutes. I'm like, no. So I'm getting nervous, and Anna's sitting there, which, by the way, the flowers are still looking beautiful after 2 weeks. And she says to me, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, because I was kind of out of my mind in fear and anxiety. She said in a calm, loving voice, where is God? I said, well, everywhere. God is omnipresent. So she said, is God in the MRI machine? I said, yes. Is God in you? I said, yes. So whether she said these words or not, these are the words I heard. Then fear not, for I am with you always. And I immediately felt my heart rate stop increasing, and it slowed down. I was still a little worried, I will confess. I was worried that the Ativan wouldn't get there in time. But I did thank God for Ativan and whoever created that. Because I remember leaving the room. I think they came while Anne was still there. But I don't remember being in the machine or coming back from the machine or who was in the room when I got there or sleeping through the night like a peaceful baby. And I thank God right here, right now for Ativan and for Anne for ministering to me in all those ways. Now here's where I call out Martha. She also called me on the phone. She said, I don't mind MRIs. I feel like I'm being cuddled by the arms of God. I said, I don't mind Ativan. I feel like a sleeping baby. It was fabulous. But no, I know exactly what she means. It was another reminder that I don't have to fear, that I can fear not. And I stand here in front of you telling you I know it's irrational. In my intellect, I can tell you it's an irrational fear of being closed in. And then I have Jan and Nancy who are constantly saying to me, constantly saying in my ears, remember who you are. They might not use those exact words, but they mean it the same. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Who are you without all that worry? And I like the one I am without all the worry. So I decided in my cup is going to be confidence in my everlasting help. What's in my cup is going to be love for every decision. What is in my cup is going to be peaceful, harmonious, and if something shakes me, if something dares to shake me, some life experience that I wasn't expecting, I want that to be what spills out. Instead of fear and anger, instead of a lot of why me's, I want it to be a lot of what am I learning. You see, once something's happened, it's happened. And there's no use to say to yourself, why? Totally useless question at that point. Now it's time to say, what am I learning right now? I have an affirmation that I say constantly to myself from the moment my eyes open until at night when I lay myself down. And they're these: I am attracting unconditional love. I am attracting abundance. I am attracting high vibrational experiences and sacred connections that teach me over and over again who I am and who I want to be. Someone once said, "Oh, my dear, you are not here to master unconditional love. That's where you came from. You came here to learn personal love. Crazy, broken, messy, universal love. Lived through the grace of stumbling." Let me say that again. Lived through the grace of stumbling. You didn't come here to be perfect. You already are. You came here to be wonderfully human, and then to rise again into remembering. I really like that. And then the Dalai Lama said something, and I don't know if it's the current Dalai Lama. I'm just thinking it's the Dalai Lama. That there are only 2 days in this year that no thing can be done. Only 2 days. One is called yesterday, and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, to believe, to do, and to live. Living in the moment's not always that easy, though. It's just not. I've learned also to say straight from our, what do you call this thing? Order of service. I am open and receptive to the increased flow of Ativan to me right now. I'm truly thankful for that. Truly grateful. And now for a few closing words. This is a deep reminder to each of you who are my minister, to each of you who is my teacher. Sometimes I will seek you out. Sometimes I might subconsciously attract you. More than once, I will learn simply by observing you and who you are in the moment and how you experience a shaking up. Sometimes you will be completely unaware that I'm learning from you. Just know that I am deeply grateful for you. And I love you. Amen. It's now time for a musical interlude.
I was going to do a new arrangement of this, but I think I'll do the old one. Well, if you see your brother standing by the road, to try a little kindness, just show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. If you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Don't walk around, look down and out, lend a helping hand instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. You got to try a little kindness, just show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. The narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Thank you.
Cliff? Okay, so now is the time in our service for our blessing of the gifts. It's in order of service. We'll say this together. Today, I acknowledge God, omnipresent, as the source of all good, as the source of my good. With this acknowledgement, I accept His will, which is abundance in every aspect of my life. I release all thoughts of lack and limitation, and I am open and receptive to the increased flow of abundance to me right now. I joyfully accept the gifts of life and freely give the special gift that I am. Through me, God omnipresent blesses and multiplies this gift for all. Thank you, dear God.
All right, turn to someone and thank them for the special gift that they are.
Thank you for the special gift.
All right, coming around is a prayer basket. If you will take a script, there'll be someone to pray for. Know that you will also be blessed.
Don't forget Bob back here. Okay.
Good morning, afternoon, whatever, maybe. Okay, let's start out with the most important thing, birthday Sunday. Amy Jo, Velvet, and Laurel. Amy Jo and Velvet are here, so let's see. Ready? Today's flowers are sponsored by Laurel for her mother's birthday. So you're going to take them to her, Ann? Thank you. We had a real nice walk yesterday. It was a little breezy, but we had a really good time. It was a beautiful day. So we're going to plan another one real soon. As long as the weather stays good, we will continue doing stuff outside. Also, on November the 18th, which is not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday, we will have our Thanksgiving breakfast. We'll be talking more about that next week, but we plan to come, it's probably going to be from 9:30 to 10:30 before service on Sunday. Next Saturday at 10 o'clock, is it 10 o'clock that we're doing the baklava? Is it 10 o'clock, 10:30?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay, if you have not signed up and you're interested in doing that cooking class with Lisa Wiggins, it's next Saturday at 10 o'clock, and the cost is $30. So I've got a sign-up sheet in there today. She has to know, we need to know by today, because Lisa will have to get the stuff ready that she needs for that. Also, please take your orders of service home. It's got all kinds of things that we're going to be doing in November. November is a busy month, so instead of me trying to tell you all of them right today and make this list go on and on, just take this orders of service, and we can certainly print a lot more. Also, in your orders of service today were 2 flyers. One of them is for Carrie's Christmas concert that he's going to give on November the 30th. And we posted this in many places, and we asked that you try to bring as many friends as possible, family, and he asked that we donate toys for children. So I don't know what organization he wants to give it to. He hasn't told me yet, but anyhow, that's what he wanted to do. So since he's doing the concert, we will. Yes, ma'am.
Is this going to be different from our gathering toys and giving them to? Is it the same thing?
No, it's a different thing. It's a different thing. We're doing, get ready to talk about that. There's another flyer in there that last year we did some things for the homeless children in Roanoke City. Last year we had a list of stuff, and last year they had over 600 homeless children. This year it's down to little over 300, which is still way too many. There should not be any homeless children in this world. But anyhow, we've got a list. Martha has made a box, and for that, or you're going to make the box for that. You've got one made for the toys. Okay, too many boxes going on. But anyhow, we will be collecting this through November and the first part of December. I'll have to find out exactly when I have to deliver it to the Roanoke City. But we've got that list, so if you want to take that list so you can have it, or you can go on the Roanoke City website, it's on there. But anyhow, these are things that we try to help the Roanoke City kids. So that's got lots of things going on there. Let's see, last but not least is Tuesday is election day. Please exercise your right to vote. No matter who you vote for, please exercise
Vote
your
like your life depends on it, because it may just...
Well, just exercise your right to vote. That is something that we certainly need to do. So please make sure that you get out and vote on Tuesday. Yes, ma'am.
I called up the lady at the League of Older Americans and told her that we wanted to give these pixie poinsettias to some of their folks. And she said, well, we have 700 people who are getting Meals on Wheels. Oh my word. If there's anybody else, and I'll get on my knees and grovel and ask them to please let us have, if there's anybody else who would like to sponsor some of these pixie poinsettias that will go to people who get Meals on Wheels in early December, please, let's sign them up again.
Okay.
Anybody else would like to do that. They're $3 each, and they will brighten somebody's December.
We have 43
We have
ordered
40
so far.
43 so
43,
far.
right.
Okay, if anybody else is inspired, please sign up for that, okay? I'd love to call her up. I have to call her up and tell her how many we're going to send. And I'll volunteer to take them to the League of Older Americans.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out once we get all the numbers and all that.
Thank you.
If we're gonna have that many, you're gonna have to take Eddie's van, you know. They're not selling before that. You won't be able to fit 700 points in a center car.
Oh, no.
Probably not even 43.
Well, if anybody's interested in buying a van, Marita has one for sale out there.
That's right. Okay, so the last song. Well, there it is up there. We're gonna sing that. Everybody stand.
I other thing before we have the closing prayer is I forgot to mention is come next door for birthday cake. We have a wonderful apple cake that it's Velvet's birthday month. She made her own birthday cake. But anyhow, for anybody that doesn't know, she makes a great apple cake. So make sure you come have some.
All right, let's join in the love circle. I know we usually put our heads down, but let's put our heads up today and look at the eyes of your family, your church family. It is my personal belief that we are not together by accident or coincidence, that we are together in divine order. I ask you to minister to each other in love this week. Speak the truth when someone's having trouble remembering it. Be the one to say, "Where is God?" Make each other say, "Where is God?"
Yeah.
Yes. May the Christ consciousness rise up in you this week and always as you go out there into your circle of influence. May the peace that passes all understanding be deep within you, and may you spread it to others along your way.